Today with our chef.
Dorey.
And Frederic, who are you? He has your as assistant today.
The scullery-maid Glick.
Scullery-maid Glick. Okay. And what will you be whipping up tonight, sir?
I am cooking tonight my world-famous porkchops with rice.
Is that the Japanese version?
That's Italian.
And what will you be serving us today?
I will be serving my world-famous porkchops with rice.
Okay. And I see that you have all your ingredients out, so would you like to start with those for
Did
review?
we introduce the scullery-maid already?
Yeah, we did, but we can go back there and do it again if you'd like.
Don't go back and forth. Okay.
Okay. So pork chop.
let me-
Okay, pork chops with rice.
Yes. Now, let me tell you how simply it is simple to do
Is
this.
this simply cooking with
It's
simple
simply
bread?
cooking with simple bread.
Okay.
Okay. First, you have the implements. You have the pan de la frying.
Oui.
You have the pan de la baking.
Casserole.
Casserole.
Casserole
yes.
with cover.
With
lid.
avec le cover.
Okay, casserole dish with a cover.
With the cover. You have the spatula for
Spatula.
flipping the porkchops.
Okay.
You
Polka
have-
dots or polka chops?
Yes. You have the measuring cup.
A 1 cup measuring.
Yes, unless you want to have lots more, in which case you have lots more measuring cups.
Or you use 2 cups. Okay.
You have the rice.
Okay, rice. That's white rice you have today?
With white rice today.
But you could use the optional rice.
Brown or whatever.
And now, the secret ingredient, which God allowed me to get the first prize, was Lipton soup.
You ought to put your finger over their brand.
No, not the Lipton soup. The Freddy special soup.
Recipe secrets.
Oh,
Okay.
not the
It's
Lipton.
recipe secret soup.
It must be not the liquid soup. It must be the dry soup.
Now, monsieur, when you said you got first prize, what first prize did you get?
They just said this is a prize for the most.
Okay.
They never finished what it meant.
Okay.
Okay, and finally, you must have, well, pepper, if you want a little pepper, si pepper est très bien, no?
Okay.
Oh, merci. And finally, we have the porkchop
With bone.
with bone.
Oh, boned. Okay.
Avec le bone.
Is there
Bone.
any specific?
Center
okay.
cut.
Center cut.
Center cut
And
porkchop.
half an inch.
Whatever kind of porkchops you like. Look how nice and red
Okay,
they are.
so you're saying about maybe a half inch thick? I can't.
Yeah, half inch thick,
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
worth
that's
too.
less than half.
Okay.
And it also helps if you have the scullery-maid who takes the knife and takes the fat and goes away with the fat.
Trims.
Trims the fat.
Can she trim the fat off people?
Yeah, it could. I could use a little of that myself.
No, but, this is not the way to do it.
Oh, look, voici. Voici le fat est disappearing.
And it's good to have a sharp knife to do this, folks.
Yeah, much sharper than the scullery-maid is doing it. Okay.
Okay, the fat's been trimmed.
Now, mesdames and messieurs, the first thing you should do is go to the oven, turn on the oven, and to warm it up.
Okay, what temperature?
Unless, it's in the desert and it's already warm. The temperature should be at 350. I think we'll try this again.
Think on 350 degrees?
350 degrees.
For warm-up, okay.
I forget the numbers very easily.
Okay, we do too.
Yeah. And so in this oven, you put bake. You want to bake. Look, voila, 350 degrees. So I say start. The oven is on the preheat.
Okay.
When the oven reaches 350 degrees, it grabs you and says, time to put the meal in the oven.
Or it beeps and it says 350
Yes.
degrees. And
While the oven is heating, voila, le pan.
yep.
We will take the chops de la pork
Okay.
and we will grill them very slightly. Un peu.
Okay.
Brown.
No, grande. Just brown,
Okay.
simply.
You're going to brown them in oil or butter
Well,
or
I'm
just
going
straight
to
up?
put un petit oil Where's oh here? In petite oil. This particular pan is good to put in petite oil like that.
Now, I have read, sir, that you're not supposed to spray the pan when the pan's on the stove because that could cause the flame to...
Oh yes, that is magnifique. The flame, it goes up. I have done that. It is wonderful to see. And it also works in the barbecue. You put lots and lots of lighter on it, and then you light it.
You might want to, so you might want to spray the pan away from the stove.
Oh yes.
Okay, so we sprayed the pan with Pam.
Pam. Well, Pam, anything you want here.
Okay.
Looks to be like...
You want to season these with anything?
Oh, hang on there. The scullery maid is talking out of turn. There. That looks better. Season. Yeah, so well, we will put a little bit of pepper. If you wish. If you wish, you do not have to. But if you wish, it might be, a little more flavor.
Okay, robust flavor.
The robust flavor on the porkchops. Flip them over and put it on both sides. So by the way, it is always good to wash your hands first.
Well, yeah. Well, that's presumed that you already did that.
Well, I did yesterday, and that should be good enough. Then, you turn on the gas. Or, if you do not have gas, you turn on the electricity.
Wipe your hands.
Wipe my hands. There we go. The electricity and the gas is on.
And gratefully, the gas did not explode.
It did not explode. We heat it just slightly, and we are going to brown each side un peu, no grande. Ah, merci, mesdames.
A good scullery maid is hard to find.
Now, we brown each side slightly. We might have to speed this up a little bit to make sure you don't have to wait for everything to happen.
Is that pan going to be big enough for 3?
No, but I'll have to do it separately.
Okay. So, you're going to put it...
Wait, you see what you do here? You brown it slightly on both sides. You like that? Not a long time, just a little bit. You shut off the gas because if you don't, you get lots of smoke and the smoke alarms go off. And you can now see quite clearly, if I can pick up this, that it is brown now. It was pink before and now it's brown on each side. Look at that. That's brown. Yeah, the other part here, brown that too. Yes,
it's mostly brown.
Okay. Now, that took only seconds, you see. And now we must put the rice in the casserole dish or baking dish, whatever you like. Now, if you use the rice that is white, it is usually a 2-to-1 ratio. Do you know what a ratio is? 2-to-1 means 2 waters to 1 rice.
And do you consider 1 cup of rice to be sufficient for two people? For 2 people?
Well, it certainly fills me up, but I don't know. Yes, well, two people.
Scullery maid Glick, would you say that you use 1 cup of rice for 2 adults?
Yeah.
Okay.
And look, voici, voila! The cup is full of the rice. That is 1 cup of rice. You put the 1 cup of rice in the baking dish.
You put the rice in the baking dish.
Yes,
ready.
and you can sing while you do it if you like.
It's no chicken though.
There, that. See that? Oh, 1 cup of rice is in the baking dish. This is a big dish for this little amount, but that's okay.
Do you put the water in now?
Don't rush me,
Okay.
madame. It is very important to do this in the right sequence.
No rushing.
No rushing. Now, we come over here, you see, and we take the chop de la pork, and we put the chop de la pork on top of the rice.
Dry rice.
Like that. It's dry rice right now. It's still dry rice right now. There, and there we have 3 because we really are hungry tonight and we will eat 3 maybe, huh? Now, voila! The next step is very crucial. Very crucial. You first have to find the soup that you've lost. Oh, scullery maid has come through again.
A good scullery maid is hard to find.
Now, the next step is very crucial. You must very delicately sprinkle the soup over the chopped de la pork and the rice. And as you do that, you will notice, can you see it? It's sprinkling all over the place. All over the place. Oh. Voila! Voila!
And all over the stove too. So
all over the stove.
Might it not be better to do this in another stove?
All over the stove. Now, the one thing that is missing is
the water?
the aqua. Yes, the aqua.
Low.
Now, it helps if you don't have to go out and pump the water, if you have one of these electronic water. And here is cup number 1, and you pour it slowly over the rice and the chopped pork, like that.
Remembering you had 1 cup of rice, so you're going to have 2 cups of water.
Don't confuse the cooks. And then you put in the 2nd cup of water, like this. Voila! Lots of water, it looks like. Well, we'll make sure if this is right in the future. Now, it don't look so good, do it? No, I didn't think so. You take the cover, you place the cover on top of the dish de la baking. You open up, madame.
Now we're going to check and see the stove is
The
at
stove is at 350.
Right?
That means voila, perfecto.
It's 350 degrees.
You place this in here, like
In the
this.
center.
In the center.
Push.
That's okay, it's in the center. You don't cook your hand. Close the oven door. It's very important to close the oven door because otherwise the heat leaves the oven, cooks you instead of the pork de la chops. Now, while it's cooking for about 1 hour, so at 7:10 we may be able to eat. No? Maybe. You can cook whatever else you would like to. You could make a vegetable,
Salad.
a salad,
Ensalada.
salad, whatever you prefer.
Whatever the scullery maid comes up with.
Or nothing, if you like, because you have pork de la chops with the rice. Now, this is an amazing recipe. It is très simple.
Was this
and
passed down from generations
I
past?
think it was passed down as fast as it could be.
Okay.
And we are now waiting for it. So you can go take a walk if you like. You can leave the house as long as you come back when the smoke is very large.
Okay. Okay, monsieur, we shall be back in approximately
And we will see when it is
dans
fini.
une
And
heure. We shall resume.
le petit dinner will have the rice and the chopped de la pork. And I'm losing my hat.
And your head, and so he can sneak off and have a nap. while
Once
we're cooking.
again, we will have the Simply meal by the Freddy.
Simply cooking with Simple
Simply
Fred.
cooking with Simple Fred.
Simple cooking with Simple Fred. We'll get that
Mesdames and messieurs, au revoir for now.
While the meal is being prepared, or actually, while the meal is cooking, scullery maid will set the table. For a fine repast such as this, candles and flowers are in order. It's very important that the table is set accurately. And having learned from Downton Abbey, Gail proceeds to measure to see that the silverware is correctly set at each place settings. This is very important for fine dining. Thumbs up means you're ready to go. The lighting of the candles, the lighting of the final 2 candles, and as soon as that meal is ready, we are ready to enjoy. Bon appetit.
Sound man back there?
We're getting ready.
Sound man. Mr. Soundman, play me a tune.
Okay.
Well, everyone knows that it's really the assistant cook that is the... Woohoo!
Okay, tonight, for our vegetable, we are having asparagus. California grown asparagus. First grown, you can tell because they are fat.
Yeah.
Skinny asparagus is second growth.
Wait a minute.
So what you do with your asparagus...
The wine is an integral part of the...
Oh, yes. I'm sorry I dipped in the Lord's wine. He'll never know. Is you take your asparagus and you snap off the end, and it will tell you which end. You snap off on the end that is not pointy, and you will know because the that's a proper snap. Because this is the end that's woody and hard to chew and you don't want to eat it. So, we have our asparagus all lined up here. We're going to go over here to the stove, turn it on.
Is that a wok you're using?
No, this is just an everyday pan that I like.
With butter?
And we're using 1 tablespoon of margarine, butter, whatever you have at home. And melt it. It's 80 degrees in the kitchen today, so that's why the butter is melting quicker than the pan is hot. Because what we're going to do is just basically saute the asparagus in lemon butter and some seasoning. Mrs. Dash. Oh, bullet! Pick it up! Sorry. Mrs. Dash lemon and pepper. However, Jeffrey, you can use that wonderful Harris Ranch garlic and lemon.
Just as good.
Better.
Would Mrs. Dash also work with the pork dish?
I don't know. A chef.
Dorey?
Federico says that he should have used it.
Well, perhaps not though, because there's a lot of spices in that onion soup mix.
I think so.
I think so too, and it
Yeah.
smells just delightful.
It is very smelly right now. It's wonderful. So we'll just be sure that's melted, and we want the pan hot, and it is bubbling. So we're going to throw these in.
I think Chef Dorey is. I put this. Let me. There you go. Thank you. I have an assistant.
Yeah. Oh, okay. The sound man came in. That's good. So the pan is really not as hot as it should be. But,
So perhaps you wait a few more minutes till.
but what we're doing is we're just sauteing the asparagus, because you don't want to cook it a lot. Asparagus is good when it has crunch. And half a lemon. Meyer lemon. If you can get it from the Sullivan's backyard, it's best. Back. So Meyer lemon, best lemon there is.
How do you spell Meyer?
M-E-Y-E-R. You just squeeze it all over those asparagus.
We call that
spears.
Mayor lemon back east.
Mayor?
M-E-Y-E-R is Mayor. John Mayer.
Excuse me, I have to go get dressed.
Meyer here.
Lord Grantham, I'm sorry, Lord Dorey is getting dressed for dinner.
And then now we have the Mrs. Dash salt-free lemon pepper.
Salt-free is important.
And just sprinkle. Take your tongs, because you can see the asparagus is turning bright green. That's good.
Can you hear yourself over the music? You just better make sure you speak up over it.
So,
Looks wonderful.
and you just saute it until it turns bright green. But you don't want to overcook it, because then it's flaccid and it's not appetizing.
So it gets bright green as it.
Right.
Okay.
So you can tell, bottom top. And you can use it margarine or butter. You just kind of keep moving it around. And if you want to add more lemon, that's okay.
So it's just Mrs. Dash.
Yeah,
Lemon.
Mrs. Dash or Harris Ranch or, and lemon. And a pad, like 1 tablespoon of either butter or margarine.
All right.
And we'll throw on some more lemon. More lemon, Meyer lemon, best there is in the West.
Best in the West.
Meyer lemon is different from a regular lemon. It's sweeter and less acidy.
Huh.
Yeah. Oh, any lemon will do. But we're in lemon world here, because every tree in Southern California every lemon tree is producing right now, so there are a lot of lemons around. Alrighty. And what you can do also is just sprinkle a little Parmesan cheese on the top if you want. And if Chef Dorey comes back, we will do that. Pardon me, my dip into the refrigerator. Oh man, where is it? You can also put this in the oven and roast it, and with Parmesan cheese.
But since we're roasting
Since the
pork chops,
pork chop
are in-
special isn't there tonight, it is just this.
Now this is Parmesan cheese. We've got
Yeah.
the
Any
regular,
brand.
any old brand will do.
Flake
This one just happens to be.
Yeah. Well, don't buy that stuff that's dried in the. Get the fresh one.
Get the fresh Parmesan cheese. The fresher, the better. The fresher the ingredients, the better the dinner.
Always. Yep.
Always. Eat close to the earth.
Or your cheese sauce. So,
Sharp knives are an essential for a good kitchen.
Yes.
You could ask for that set for Christmas.
Okay. All right, I'm just going to turn the heat down until the chef tells me that the main dish is ready.
And when do you put that cheese on?
I'll put it just before serving.
Okay. So we're almost ready.
Right.
And the asparagus is done.
Right. When they ring me for upstairs, I'll plate the pork chop delight dish and the asparagus and take it to
Lord Dorey,
Lord.
the Lord of the Manor.
Lord of the Manor.
Not Lord Grantham.
Why don't you redo that?
Which one?
When it's finished.
When the dinner is finished,
I'll plate it and take it to the Lord.
His lordship.
His lordship of Ben Lomond.
that's why this is Daisy's still a scullery maid here. Hasn't made it to
No,
chief cook
well,
yet.
I'm still learning. Give me a break.
Okay, Daisy, you have another glass of wine and we'll see if we can get the pork chops out.
Here we are in the kitchen, ready to serve his lordship, the Frederico, simply Dorey pork
Pork to the chops.
Pork chops.
Pork to the chops. It's pork to the chops. How many times am I tell you? It's pork to the chops.
It's coming out of the oven right now. I think it actually needs a little garnish, but we didn't cut any. Oh, we did. Okay, so here we have the pork chops, rice, steamed and cooked to perfection, and we can put a little parsley on the top, just to make it a little bit green.
Just so you can know the time.
So just a little, you know, brown meets green. That's the way it is.
Color.
Color. You need a little green. Parsley, nothing else.
Nobody in the right mind.
Okay, so I'm going to plate for his lordship, and I need the, here we go.
Spatula.
The spatula. And so here we have a delicious pork chop on the rice, which I'm just going to put a little on the side, a little bit more, because I know he's a big eater. And you can see that the sauce is boiled down into the pork, or the pork has boiled down into the rice.
The water's all been absorbed
And
into
now
the
we're going to
rice.
just, I put the Parmesan cheese on the asparagus. We're just going to put a few
Spears.
thank you, right here. And I guess I should turn them the correct way. And now we're going to proceed after I just tidy up the dish, because you never take an untidy dish to Lord whoever he is out there tonight. And here we go. I have my serving forks. Lord Grantham. Lord Fred.
Freddie.
Lord Frederico.
Yes, madame. Her ladyship will not be joining us until after dinner, and we will have aperitif in the parlor.
Aperitif?
Aperitif.
Aperitif, what the hell's
So you
that?
better look up that word on the internet.
Oh,
Chef has prepared a special
c'est
dish
magnifique.
tonight.
It must be from Chef Freddie.
It is from Chef Frederico, and this is his special polka dot.
Pork chops.
Yes.
Pork to the chops.
And we have.
How many times must I tell you it's the pork to the chops? Oh, c'est magnifique.
And then we also-
Oh, the aroma is so tremendous. Oh, thank you, madame. Oh,
There's a little upstairs, downstairs romance going on. Tune in next week for episode 2.